Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Explain Maths. So in this video, I am going to provide you the detailed answer key of the model question paper which I have uploaded on 30th of January 2025. So let's begin the class. First question, in a square ABCD, AB equal to 2x minus 3 centimeter and BC equal to 3x minus 5 centimeter, then the value of x is. So just try to recall the property of a square. In a square, we know that all the sides are equal, isn't it? So if you take a square, in a square, we know that all the four sides of the square are equal in measure. So if I am taking ABCD is a square, so the value of AB is given and the value of BC is given. So as it is a square, so I can say that AB equal to BC because in a square all the four sides are equal, isn't it? AB will be equal to BC. So from here I am going to now put the value of AB which is 2x minus 3 and the value of BC which is 3x minus 5. And now just we have to solve it like a equation. So I'm transposing 3x to LHS and minus 3 to RHS. So it will be 2x minus 3x equal to minus 5 plus 3. And 2x minus 3x will give me minus x and minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2. So from here I can see the value of x is going to be 2. How it became 2? Multiply minus 1 on both the side. Okay, if you multiply minus 1 here and here, as you know that in an equation you can multiply the same number on both the side, isn't it? So it will become x equal to 2. So the correct option is option B. Hope it is clear to everyone. This was the very simple question. Now question number 2. If 3x minus 4 times 64 minus x equal to 10, then the value of x is. So this question I have taken from linear equation. So you have to solve the equation and get the value of x. So 3x minus, now 4 into 64 you have to do. And when you do 4 into 64, you are going to get 256. Okay, I'm using distributive property. So first multiply with 64 and then multiply with x. And outside the bracket minus sign. So minus and minus will become plus 4x equal to 10. And then from here, I'm combining the like terms. So 3x plus 4x will become 7x. And transpose minus 256 to RHS. It will become 10 plus 256. And 10 plus 256 will become 266. So from here I have seen 7x is equal to 266. So the value of x will be 266 divided by 7. And if you simplify it, so you are going to get your answer as 38. So D is the correct answer. Now next question. Both x and y vary inversely with each other. When x is 10, y is 6, which of the following is not a possible pair of corresponding values of x and y? So just try to recall, when x and y vary inversely, then what happens? The product of x and y remains constant, isn't it? When x and y vary inversely, we have learned that the product of x and y is constant. Now here the value of x is given as 10, the value of y is given as 6. So from here, if I put the value of x as 10 and the value of y as 6, so my constant value is 60. Now we have to find which of the following is not a possible pair of corresponding values of x and y. So here in all the options, values of x and y are given. So you have to just find the product of x and y and you have to check in which case you are not getting 60. So first one, 12 into 5 is 60, 15 into 4 is also 60, 25 into 2.4 is also 60. But 45 and 1.3 if you multiply, you will get 58.5. So D is the option, which is not a possible pair of corresponding values of x and y. So I hope it is clear to everyone how to solve these type of questions. And you can see that I am giving the detailed solution of each and every question. So please, those who did not subscribe my channel till now, please subscribe my channel and share with your friends also. Now moving to the next question. Now question number 4. The value of this you have to find. And this question I have taken from Exponents and Powers chapter. So try to recall the property of the negative exponent. You have already studied, right? A to the power minus m is equal to 1 by a to the power m, isn't it? So I'm going to use that property. So 7 to the power minus 1 means it is 1 by 7 minus 8 to the power minus 1 is 1 by 8 and whole to the power minus 1. Same way 3 to the power minus 1 is 1 by 3 minus 1 by 4 whole to the power minus 1. Now take the LCM. So LCM of 7 and 8 will be 56. So here it will be 7 times 8 is 56 and 8 times 7 to the power minus 1. Here also you have to take LCM. So LCM of 3 and 4 is 12. And 3 table when 12 comes, when 3 is multiplied by 4. So 1 also multiply by 4. So it will be 4 minus 4 times 3 will give me 12. Now after that 8 minus 7 is 1 by 56 whole to the power minus 1 minus of 1 by 12 to the power minus 1. Right? Now again you have to use the negative exponent property. A to the power minus m equal to 1 by a to the power m. So here your a is 1 by 56. So do the reciprocal. So it will be 56 minus 12. And 56 minus 12 if you do, you will get 44. So A is the correct option. The correct option is A. Now moving to next question. The compound interest on rupees 50,000 at 4% per annum for 2 years compounded annually is. You have to find the compound interest where principal is given as 50,000, rate is 4% and time is given as 2 years. So to find the compound interest, first you have to find the amount and the formula is P into 1 plus R by 100 whole N, where R is rate, N is time. Now put all the values. So it is 50,000 1 plus 4 by 100 whole square. Now when you solve this question, first simplify 4 by 100. So it is 4 times 1, 4 times 25. Next 50,000. Now take the LCM here. So LCM is going to be 25. So numerator is 25 plus 1 whole square. So it will be 50,000 into, not 25 plus 1, 26 by 25. But it is a square. So you have to write 26 by 25 into 26 by 25. Now see how to solve this, do the simplification easily. So I remember that 25 times 4 will give me 100. Okay, and here I can see it is 100 into 100. So I'm going to split it as 5 into 100 into 100. Okay, and then multiply by 26 by 25 into 26 by 25. And now simplify 25 times 4. Here also 25 times 4. And then multiply 5 fours are 20. 20 times 4 is 80. 80 into 26 into 26. And if you multiply everything, you are going to get 54,080. So this is your amount, but you have to find compound interest. So compound interest formula is amount minus principal. Okay. So from here, amount you got as 54,080 minus 50,000. So your answer is going to be 4,080 rupees. And your 4,080 is option B. So option B is the correct answer. So see, in this is directly formula based question. Now you have to learn the trick to do the simplification fast. So see here what I use, I know that 25 table 100 comes, 25 times 4. So I split this 50,000 as 5 into 100 into 100 such that my simplification will become easier. Okay. So like that you also have to find out some trick to simplify the question properly. Okay. Moving to next question now. Which of the following vary inversely with each other? Vary inversely means, the meaning for this is when one value you increase, the other value decrease, isn't it? That is the meaning of varying inversely. Suppose if you have taken x if it is increases, y decreases. Then we say they are inversely related to each other. So there are four options given and you have to find which of them are varying inversely with each other. So first is speed and distance covered. So what will happen when you increase the speed, okay, then obviously you will able to cover more distance. So when speed increases, distance also increases. So this is not uh, inversely related. They are directly related. Next option is distance covered and taxi fare. So if you have to cover more distance, obviously the fare for the taxi fare will also increase. So again, this is also directly related. Next is distance traveled and time taken. So if you have to travel more distance, the time taken will also be more. As there is no information given about speed, so you have to consider the speed is uniform. So if have to cover more distance, the time taken will also will increase. The next is speed and time taken. So when you increase the speed, what will happen? The time taken to reach the uh, place will decrease, isn't it? When you increase the speed, you will reach your destination fast, isn't it? You will take less time. So from here you can see that the D is the correct option. So hope it is clear to everyone. Each statement you have to see and find out whether it is directly related or inversely related. Now question number 7. The marked price of an article is 80 rupees and it is sold at 76 rupees. Then the discount rate is. Discount rate means you have to find discount percent. Okay. So what is given in the question? Marked price is given as 80 rupees. Selling price is given as 76 rupees. And you have to find discount percent. Now we know that discount percent always calculated on mark price, isn't it? But your first step should be to find how much discount you are getting. Okay, so discount amount you have to find. So discount formula is marked price minus selling price. So it is 80 rupees minus 76 rupees, you will get 4 rupees. And to find the discount percent, it will be discount divided by marked price into 100. Okay, so discount is 4 rupees, marked price is 80 rupees into 100. So 4 times 20 and 20 times 5. So from here you will see the discount percent is 5%, which is your A option. So A is the correct answer. Now question number 8. The value of 3x square minus 48 divided by x minus 4. Now this question I have taken from factorization chapter. So 3x square minus 48 divided by x minus 4. So now first of all you see in the numerator, can we take something common? So first term is having 3 as a numerical coefficient. Here is 48. So we know that 3 table 48 comes, right? So let's take 3 common. So I will be left here with x square and here I will be left with 16 divided by x minus 4. Now again if you focus on the numerator part, 16 is a square of 4, isn't it? So I can write it as x square minus 4 square. So what will happen? Now it will become an identity, isn't it? 3 whole x square minus 4 square equal to x minus 4. Now this is your identity a square minus b square, which will give you a plus b into a minus b. So from here you can write 3 times x plus 4 because your a is x and b is 4. So a plus b and then a minus b. So x minus 4 divided by x minus 4. Now x minus 4 cancel and your answer will be 3 times x plus 4. So you can see your correct option is option A, isn't it? So you can see here that I'm solving each question in detail. And still if you have any doubt, you can put it in the comment box. Clear? Now moving to the next question. So question number 9. The standard form for 0.000064 is. Now standard form means you have to write this number in such a way that it will be in the form of k into 10 to the power n, where k should lie from 1 to 10, where 10 is excluded and the n can be any integer. Okay, so you have to represent this number in this form. So to make this number such that it will lie between 1 to 10, where 10 is excluded, we have to shift the decimal point from here to here. So you can see you have to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps towards right. So it will become 6.4 into 10 to the power minus 5. Now as you are shifting the decimal to the right, the power will be negative. So the answer is 6.4 into 10 to the power minus 5. Now question number 10. If the marked price of an article is 1200 rupees and the discount is 12%, then the selling price of the article is. So mark price is given, discount percent is given, and you have to find the selling price. So the formula for selling price is mark price minus discount, isn't it? So you have the value for mark price, but you don't know the discount amount. Discount percent is given, but what is the amount of discount, that you don't know. And we know that discount percent is always calculated on the mark price of the article, isn't it? So from here I can calculate my discount will be 12% of 1200 rupees. So 12% means 12 by 100 into 1200. So 0 and 0 I can cancel. So and 12 into 12 is 144 rupees. So discount is 144. So sale price will be mark price minus discount, because when there is a discount, you have to pay less to the shopkeeper, right? You are getting some offer on the article. So you have to pay less. So selling price will be less than the mark price. So here the selling price will be 1200 minus 144 rupees. And if you solve it, you are going to get your answer as 1056. So the correct option is option A. Option A is the correct answer. Now moving to question number 11. So factorized form of r square minus 10r plus 21 is. So r square minus 10r plus 21. So you have to find two numbers whose sum will give you minus 10 and whose product will give you 21. See, I am using here middle term splitting method because I cannot fit this in any identity. 21 is not a square of any number, isn't it? So I have to use middle term splitting method. And to use that method, you have to find out two numbers whose sum will be minus 10 and product is 21. Now if you see here, the sum is negative and product is positive. When sum is negative, it means at least one number will be negative. Then only sum is negative. But product is positive. If one number is negative, then product should be negative, right? But here product is positive. It means that both the numbers are negative number. If both the numbers are negative, then only you will get a product as positive. So from here, you have to find out two numbers whose product will give you 21 and their sum is minus 10. So minus 7 and minus 3. If you multiply these two, you will get 21, and if you add, you will get minus 10. So now I'm going to split here 10r as minus 7r minus 3r plus 21. Now you can take r common, so it will be r minus 7 and minus 3 r minus 7. Now r minus 7 is common in both the places. So I will take r minus 7 common. So I will be left with r minus 3. So r minus 7 and r minus 3, the correct option is option B. So B is the correct answer. Okay. Now moving to next question. Question number 12. A cube of side 4 cm is cut into 1 cm cubes. What is the ratio of the surface area of the original cube and cutout cubes? So here it is given there is a cube whose side is 4 cm and it is cut into 1 cm cubes. But it is not given how many cubes you will get. When you will cut a cube having side 4 cm into a cube of 1 cm, you will get many cubes. But the number of cubes are not given. How many you will get? After getting that only you can find the surface area of the original cube and the cutout cubes. So for this, first of all, we'll find how many cubes I will get when I will cut it into 1 centimeter cube. So for that, we have to find the volume of the original cube. So volume, I am writing it as V1, which is original cube. Formula is A cube. So it will be 4 cube. Okay, and 4 cube will be 64 centimeter cube. Then volume of the cutout cubes, where the side measure is 1 centimeter. So it will be 1 cube. So it will be 1 centimeter cube, right? So now to find number of cubes, how many cubes you will get, for that you have to divide the volume of the original with the volume of the new cube. So it will be 64 by 1, which will give you 64. So it means you will get 64 small cubes having side measure 1 centimeter. Now I am finding out the surface area of the original cube. Okay, so surface area of original cube, what is the formula? The formula is 6a square, isn't it? And your a is 4. So this will be the answer. And the surface area of the new cube having side 1 centimeter will be 6 into 1 square. Okay, but this will be the surface area of only one cube. You have to find the ratio of all the cutout cubes. So all the cutout cubes will be, okay, all cubes will be 64 into 6 into 1 square, because you have got 64 cubes, right? You have got it. Now you have to find the ratio. So ratio you have to find S1 by S2. Now your S2 is this. So it will be 6 into 4 whole square divided by 64 into 6 into 1 square. Now I am simplifying. 6 and 6 cancel. 4 fours are 16. 16 by 64, and 1 square is 1, so no need to write. Now 16 times 1 and 16 times 4. So the ratio is 1 is to 4. So the correct option is option C. So C is the correct option. Now moving to next question. In the given graph, the letter that indicates the point 3, 3 is, okay, the meaning of this term is 3 should be in x-axis, the coordinate of x-axis should be 3 and y-axis should also be 3. Now identify that point. So if you see this point P, this point lies on x-axis. So any point which lies on x-axis, that y coordinate will be 0. So for P, the coordinate is 3, 0. Now here if you see R, the point R is on y-axis, isn't it? So if it is in y-axis, so x coordinate will be 0. So the coordinate for point R is 0, 3. And if you see this point S, okay, if you join drop a perpendicular on both x and y-axis, you will get the coordinate which is 3, 3. So from here you can see that the point is S. So D is the correct option. Now question number 14. The area of a trapezium of its parallel sides are 1 meter and 1.2 meter, and the perpendicular distance between them is 0.8 meter is 8.8 meter square. So area measure is given, okay, and area of a trapezium region is given. It is half into difference of the parallel sides into height. So first thing, in assertion region question, first you have to validate whether both the statements given are true or not. Independently you check whether assertion, whatever statement is given, that is correct or not. And then you have to see same way for reason also whether it is correct or not. So if I see the reason, the formula given is wrong. Okay, area of a trapezium is half into sum of the parallel sides. So from here I can see reason is false. And the option which says reason is false is C option, isn't it? So I can write directly that correct option is option C. But let's check this also. The area of a trapezium formula is half into sum of the parallel side. Now here parallel sides measure is 1 and 1.2. So 1 plus 1.2 into height. Height is 0.8. Now let's solve it. So 1 by 2 into 1 plus 1.2 is 2.2 into 0.8. And when I reduce, it will be 1.1, and 1.1 into 0.8 will give me 0.88 meter square. So assertion is true because here it is given also, isn't it? Here it is given, it is 0.88 meter square. So from here I can say that assertion is true but reason is false. C is the correct option. Okay. Now moving to question number 15. 3x plus 4x is a binomial, and reason is if an expression contains two unlike terms, it is called as binomial. So reason is correct, reason is true. But assertion, if you see, 3x plus 4x is a binomial. But both are like term. I can combine it, right? 3x plus 4x is 7x. So it is not a binomial now. It is a monomial. So assertion is false, but reason is true. So D is the correct option. Okay. Now moving to next question. Now question number 16. So question number 16 to question number 20 is 1 mark question, and here there is no option given. You have to solve these type of questions. So question 16 says that find the common factor of 10a to the power 4x to the power 5 minus 15a to the power 6x to the power 4 and 20a to the power 7x to the power 2. You have to find the common factor of these three terms. So first of all, if you see only the numerical factor, here is 10, 15 and 20. So from here I can see that 5 will be the common factor. Okay, 5 table, all the three numbers will come. Next, if you see the variable A is present in all the three places. Okay, so when you can see the variable is present in all the three places, the common factor of the variable you have to take it as the variable having the lowest power. So power is here is 4, 6 and 7. So lowest power is 4. So A to the power 4 will be common. Now same way you see the variable x is also present in all the three, isn't it? And the lowest power of variable x is 2. You can see here it is 5, 4 and 2. So the lowest is 2. So this is your common factor. 5a to the power 4 and x square. Now question number 17. The measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon is 40 degree. How many sides does it have? So there is a formula to find the number of sides when you know the exterior angle of a regular polygon, isn't it? So the formula is 360 degree divided by each exterior angle. Okay, this is the formula. I am writing in short. So it will be 360 degree divided by 40 and 0 0 cancel. So 4 9s are 36. So number of sides of that regular polygon will be 9. Okay, so you have to remember the formulas. Now question number 18. Find the solution of the equation 3m equal to 5m minus 8 by 5. So I am going to transpose here 3m to RHS and minus 8 by 5 to LHS. So when I transpose minus 8 by 5 to LHS, it will become plus and 5m minus 3m. Now you can transpose 5m also to left hand side and you can solve like that. Okay. I want to make the term having variable as a positive. So if I transpose 3m to this side, 5m minus 3m will give me 2m. That's why I did that. Okay. Now I am going to transpose LHS and RHS. So 5m minus 3m is 2m. RHS I am writing in LHS now. And LHS, which was 8 by 5, I am writing here in RHS. Now to find the value of m, I have to transpose this 2 to RHS. So for that I have to divide it by 2. So 8 by 5 into 1 by 2, which will give me 8 by, now you can reduce it, 2 4s are 8. So from here I can see my answer will be 4 by 5, isn't it? So the solution of the equation is 4 by 5. Now question number 19. Find x so that minus 5 to the power x plus 1 into minus 5 to the power 5 equal to minus 5 to the power 7. Now this question is from exponents chapter. So if you see the LHS, my base is same and it is multiplied. So I can use the product law which tells that if base is same and it is a multiplication, you can add the power. So from here I can write it will be minus 5 whole to the power x plus 1 plus 5. I have added this and this. and that is equal to minus 5 to the power 7. Now when base is same, okay, when base is same in LHS and RHS, then the power must be same. Then only both will become equal, isn't it? So from here I can write x plus 1 plus 5 equal to 7. In exam you have to mention, since base is same, so power will also be same. Okay, please write, since base is same, power will also be same. And then you have to solve it. Okay, and then if you solve this, the value of x, you will get it as x equal to 7 minus, now 1 plus 5 is 6, so 7 minus 6 will give me 1. So the value of x is 1. Clear? Now question number 20. Evaluate using suitable identity. So 0.9 square minus 0.6 square. So very clearly you can see this is the identity a square minus b square, which tells that a plus b into a minus b. Okay. Now first you identify what is your a. So your a is this and your b is this. Now just put the value. So a plus b 0.9 plus 0.6 and a minus b 0.9 minus 0.6. 0.9 plus 0.6 is 1.5 into 0.9 minus 0.6 is 0.3. And when you multiply it, 15 into 3 is 45. Here after decimal 1 digit, here also 1. So 1 plus 1, 2 digits. So you have to place the decimal point here. So answer is 0.45. Okay. So hope it is clear to everyone. And those who did not subscribe my channel, please subscribe it and share with your friends also. Now I'm moving to next section, section B. Till now whatever question I have solved, that was from section A. Okay, and it carries 20 marks in total. Now I'm moving to section B. Question number 21, which is now from section B. A jacket was sold for 1120 rupees after allowing a discount of 20%. Find the marked price of the jacket. So here marked price itself is not given, isn't it? We know that the formula of selling price is marked price minus discount, right? Now from here, if I have to get the formula for marked price, so I have to transpose this discount to other side. So marked price formula will become selling price plus discount, isn't it? Now, if you see the question, we have the value for selling price. Selling price is given as 1120 rupees. But discount we don't know. If we know the discount amount, we can able to find the mark price. But discount percentage is given as 20%. Okay. Now to find out the discount, we already know that discount percent always calculated on mark price. But mark price is not given in the question. So we have to assume let mark price be X. Then discount will be 20% of X. And what is 20% of X? 20 by 100 into X. And now reduce it. So it will be X by 5. Now I am going to put it in this formula. Marked price equal to selling price plus discount. So marked price I have assumed as X. Selling price is 1120 plus discount I got as X by 5. Now I have to solve this equation. So I am transposing X by 5 to LHS. Is it clear how I am solving this question? Now there is another method also, that is unitary method. You can use that method also. Whichever method you find easy, you have to do it. So it is X minus X by 5 equal to 1120. Now if I take LCM in LHS, LCM will be 5. So it will become 5X minus x equal to 1120, and 5x minus x will give me 4x. Okay, and I'm transposing 5 to other side, so it is 1120 into 5, and then x value will be 1120 into 5 divided by 4, and you can reduce this 4 times 280 will give me 1120, and 280 into 5 if you do, it will be 1400. So the marked price of the jacket is 1400 rupees. Okay, and you can see marked price is more than the selling price. isn't it? Because you got a discount, so sale price should be less than mark price. Now I have solved using this method. You can use unitary method and you can solve it. Okay. Now I am moving to next question. So question number 22 says that the length of the diagonals of a rhombus are 16 centimeter and 12 centimeter respectively. Find the length of each of its sides. So this is my rhombus. The diagonal measure is 16 and 12. So I'm going to name it A, B, C, D. Okay. So I am taking AC as 16 centimeter and BD as 12 centimeter. AC 16 and BD 12. And we know that the property of a rhombus is the diagonals of a rhombus are perpendicular bisector. Now perpendicular bisector means, first perpendicular means at the intersection point they form an angle of 90 degree, and bisector means they get both the diagonals are dividing in two equal part, isn't it? This intersection point I am going to give a name as O. So if AC is 16 centimeter, so OA and OC both will be of equal measure. So half of AC is 8. So this is also 8, this is also 8. Same way BD is 12 centimeter and half of 12 is 6. So this will be 6, this will be also 6. Now what you have to find? You have to find the length of the side. And you know that in a rhombus, all the four sides are equal, isn't it? AB equal to BC equal to CD equal to DA. All the four sides are equal in rhombus. So if you see triangle BOC, in triangle BOC, it is a right angle triangle, right? And in a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras property. So I can write by Pythagoras theorem. The theorem tells that the hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the square of the other two sides. So now the hypotenuse is BC. How to find the hypotenuse in a right angle triangle? Okay, this is a right angle triangle. If you have to find which is the hypotenuse is the opposite side of this right angle. So this is a right angle. The opposite side is this. So this is the hypotenuse. Same way right angle is here. So the opposite side is BC. So BC is the hypotenuse. So according to this theorem, BC square is equal to OB square plus OC square. Now OB square is 6 square, OC is 8 square. So 36 plus 64, which will give you 100. And 100 is a square of 10, right? So from here you can see BC square is equal to 10 square. So the measure of BC will be 10 centimeter. So this will be the length of the side of the rhombus. So hope it is clear to everyone. I have given the diagram also such that you can relate it properly. Okay. Now moving to next question. Question number 23. Sobi types 108 words in 6 minutes. How many words would she type in half an hour? So this question is from direct and inverse proportion. Okay. So it is given that she types 108 words in 6 minutes. So how many words she will type in half an hour? Half an hour means 30 minutes. So obviously it will give more time. She will be able to type more number of words. So clearly you can see that if when the time you will give more, the number of words type will also increase. So it is a direct proportion, isn't it? So let's write in a table form. So when she write 108 words, time taken is 6 minutes. So if I am giving her half an hour I have changed in minutes, which is 30 minutes. Then how many words she will type? So I will assume this as x2. Okay, this half an hour I have written as 30 minutes. Now as x increases, y also increases. So it is a case of direct proportion, isn't it? So you have to write that line as y increases, x also increases. So it is a direct proportion. And in direct proportion, what happens? The ratio of x and y is constant, right? So from there, I can find the value of x2. So from here, I can write 108 by 6. The ratio of x and by y should be constant. That should be equal to x2 by 32. Now cross multiply. So 6 into x2 is equal to 108 into 30. And the value of x2 will be 108 into 30 divided by 6. So 6 5s are 30. And from here, if you multiply 108 into 5, you will get 540. So you will type 540 words in 30 minutes. Okay. Now moving to question number 24. So 3x minus 2 by 3 equal to 4 minus x minus 1 by 4. Now the very first step which you have to do in such type of question, see here, this x minus 2, both the terms is divided by 3. Here also x minus 4 is divided by 4. So first of all, you put a bracket over here. Okay, put a bracket here. Okay, otherwise many students I have seen they do a mistake. Because before that minus sign, they will not change the sign inside. And then if you cross multiply, they may multiply only with one term. So all this problem comes. So what I am telling, you put a bracket when you see such type of question. Now your first step is to bring all the variable to left hand side and keep the constant on the right hand side. So I will write here 3x minus x minus 2 by 3 plus x minus 1 by 4 equal to 4. And now I am going to take the LCM here. So LCM will be 12. So it will be in one table when 12 comes, when 1 is multiplied by 12. So in the numerator also multiply by 12. So 3 into 12 is 36x minus. Now in 3 you have to multiply 4 to get 12. So 4 you have to multiply in the numerator also plus. Now here in 4 you have to multiply 3. Okay. Now 36x. Now use the distributive property over here and here. So it will be minus 4x and minus plus 12 plus 3x minus 3. And I am transposing this 12 to RHS. So it will be 4 into 12. Now next, group the like terms. So 36 minus 4 will give me 32 and 32 plus 3 will give me 35. So 35x plus 12 minus 3 is 9 equal to 48. Now transpose 9 to other side. So it equal to 48 minus 9. So from here you will get the value as 39 and the value of x will be 39 by 35. So this is the solution of this equation. Okay. Now moving to question number 25. Question 25. Show that this equal to 1. So whenever you see the question which says so that, check or verify, always you first take LHS, solve it and check whether it is equal to RHS or not. So I am going to take LHS first. Okay. And this question is the combination of exponents as well as identity. So x to the power m by x to the power n. Here you can use the division law. A to the power m divided by a to the power n is a to the power m minus n. Right? We have studied this division law. So here also I am going to write x to the power m minus n times m plus n. I'm going to put it in a bracket. Next, x to the power n minus l, okay, this one, times n plus l. And then again x to the power l minus m times l plus m. Now I have just used this division law and I have written like this. Now you have already studied power law. A to the power m whole n is equal to a to the power m into n. So now I'm going to use this. So it will become x to the power m minus n into m plus n. Next it will be x to the power n minus l into n plus l. And then x to the power l minus m into l plus m. So now can you see something? It is based on some identity, isn't it? A minus b, a plus b. And what is a minus b, a plus b? That identity is a square minus b square, isn't it? So I'm going to use that identity here. So it will be x to the power m square minus n square, again x to the power n square minus l square, and x to the power l square minus m square. Now they all are multiplied here. Okay, so base is same and it is multiplied, so you have to use now product law. So product law means you have to add all the powers. So add it, m square minus n square plus n square minus l square plus l square minus m square. Now minus n square plus n square cancel, minus l square plus l square cancel, and m square minus m square also cancel because they all is 0. So x to the power 0, the value is 1. So which is equal to RHS. Done, isn't it? So this is my question number 25. Now I'm moving to next section, which is section C. Section C, question number 26. The table given below depicts the annual gross profit of a company for a period of 5 years. Study the table and draw a line graph for the same. So in this question, you have to draw the line graph. Okay. So for drawing the line graph, first of all, you have to see what you are going to keep it in the x-axis, what you are going to keep it in the y-axis, and then what will be the scale which you are going to choose, isn't it? So if you can see over here, the data which is collected is for the annual gross profit for 5 years, isn't it? So data collected is gross profit. So gross profit you have to write in your y-axis. So I'm showing you over here. So if suppose if this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis, okay, so here you are going to write the years. So it will start from origin. This is your 2013. Here is 2014. Here is 2015. Here is 2016, and here will be 2017. So years will be here, and here you have to write the gross profit. Now first you have to see which is your minimum value. So minimum value you can see it is 11.4 and maximum is 17. So you can take it as 0 to 11, then 11 to 12, like that you can go up to 17. So here you can see the gap between each unit is 1 gap, right? One difference is 1. But from 0 to 11, the gap is 11, isn't it? So you have to show it here using the king symbol. You already know what is the meaning of king. When the equal distribution is not there and you don't have any data for 0 to 11 here, right? Then in such case, you have to put this king. And then now accordingly, you have to plot. So scale also you have to choose here. So if you see in x-axis, I have taken a scale of 1 year, isn't it? 2013 to 14, 14 to 15. The scale is 1 unit is 1 year. And here also in y-axis also if you see the scale is 1 unit equal to 1 lakh. The value is given in lakhs, right? So it is the gap is 1 lakh. Now to plot these data, I have already drawn this in the graph sheet. So that your data will look something like this. And here you have to put the king symbol. Okay. King symbol you can put it in x-axis also, it can be on both the axes, and very clearly you have to mention here, you have to label it, okay, both the sides. Then x-axis and y-axis should be written, scale should be mentioned over here, and then first data if you see 2013 the gross profit is 17, so 2013 is here, isn't it? 2013 is here and 17 is here, so you have to find out the intersection point. So 2013 you go up like this, and where is 17 is here, so this intersection point you have to put a dot. Same way 2014 it is 15.5, so exactly between 15 and 16, so this is your 15.5. 2015 is 11.4, so it is just one below 11.5. 2016 is 12.1, means after 12 you have to count one line. You can see there between each unit there are 10 lines. So 12.1 means after 12 you have to count the first line. So 12.1. And then 2017 it is 14.9. So first you have to mark the dots and then you have to join it using your ruler. So mark these points here properly. Okay, and then you have to join using your ruler and your graph will be ready. And scale is very important. You have to choose the scale in such a way that easily you can plot the points. Okay, so you have to be very careful in that. We'll do now next question. Question number 27. Now this is a very important question. Radius of a cylinder is r and the height is h. Find the change in the volume if the height is doubled. So r and h is the radius of the original cylinder. Okay. Now if you change only height, height is doubled means the new height is 2h. Then what will be the change in the volume that you have to find? Similarly, the other two question is when height is doubled and radius is half, then what is the change? And if height remains same and radius is half, then what is the change? So in all the three cases, you have to find the change in the volume. Okay. So let's do the first one. So in the first one, it says height is doubled. Okay. So first you have to write the original radius is r. Okay. Original radius is r and original height is h, isn't it? So what is the original volume? I am representing as V1. So V1 will be, the formula is pi r square h. This is your original. Now I am doing when height is doubled. So new height will be 2h. Okay. But radius will remain r only. Radius is only r. Nothing is written about radius. So what is my new volume? New volume will be, again the formula is same, pi r square and height is now 2h. So from here it is 2 pi r square h. So from very clearly you can see your original volume was pi r square h and the new volume became 2 pi r square h. So from here directly I can write it is 2 times the original volume, isn't it? So the volume is becomes 2 times. Okay, this is the first part. Now the second part, when height is doubled. Okay, so new height is 2h and new radius is half of the previous one, isn't it? So previous one was, original was r, it became r by 2. Now you find the volume. So I'm assuming this as V3. So it is pi times r square. Now your radius is r by 2 square into height. Height is 2h. Okay, so you have to write the new radius and new height. Formula will remain same. So now it is pi times r square by 4 into 2h, and 2 and 2 cancel. So from here you can see it is half of pi r square h. And if you compare this from the original one, original volume is pi r square h and now this is half of pi r square h. It means the volume also became half of the original one. Okay, half of the original one. This is the change in the volume. Now the C part is height remains same and radius is half. So new radius is r by 2. So now I am taking a new volume which is V4 I have given. So pi times r square. Now r by 2 is the new radius, that is square into height. So it will be pi r square by 4h. So from this I can write it is 1 by 4 pi r square h. And if we compare from the original volume, it is 1/4 of the original one, isn't it? So it will be 1/4. Now this type of question is important. Now this is given for cylinder. Already in NCERT they have given this type of question for cube also in the last exercise. Okay. So for exam, please practice these type of questions. Now I'm moving to next question. So question number 28. Factorize. First one is L plus M whole square minus L minus M whole square. So if you see this very clearly, if I assume L plus M as A and L minus M as B, so isn't it, it will be identity A square minus B square, isn't it? So what I'm telling, assume this as A and assume this as B. Now it is your identity A square minus B square, which is equal to A plus B into A minus B. Now just use this identity. So A plus B, your A is L plus M, okay, plus B, L minus M. I'm putting it in a bracket. Then A minus B. So L plus M minus L minus M. Okay. Now open the bracket. So L plus M plus L minus M. And here L plus M, as before bracket there is minus sign, the sign will change, minus L plus M. Now M and minus M cancel, L and minus L cancel. So here you are left with 2L into 2M. So 2 into 2, 4LM. This is your factorization. Okay. Now moving to B part. P to the power 4 minus 81. Now here you can see P is having a power of 4. Now 81 also can I write is as a power of 4 of any number? So I know that 3 table 3 times 3 to the power 4 gives me 81. Now I am going to fit this in identity. So P to the power 4 I can write as P square whole square minus 3 square whole square. And now if I assume my A as P square and B as 3 square. So isn't it this is an identity A square minus B square, which will give me A plus B, A minus B. Yes, your A is P square, B is 3 square. So just put the value. So P square plus 3 square and then P square minus 3 square. So P square plus 3 square is 9. Now again if you see the second one, again this is the identity A square minus B square. Now this time your A is P and B is 3. So it will be A plus B, which is P plus 3 and then P minus 3. So this is the factorization. Now this type of question is also very important. So in NCERT textbook, there is one question which has similar type of question, around 6 questions. So please practice each and every question like this. Okay, it is really very important. Now I'm moving to next question. Question number 29, first one. ABCD is a parallelogram. Use the information given in the following diagram to find the value of X, Y and Z. So here in the diagram you can see some of the values are given and you have to find the value of X, Y and Z. So here can you see this arrow mark? Okay, AD and BC is same type of arrow mark and AB and CD is also having a same type of arrow mark. This arrow mark tells that they are parallel. So AD is parallel to BC and AB to CD. So it may happen that to solve this question, you may have to use the parallel line concept which you have studied in grade 7, isn't it? So first I'm going to find the value of X. So as it is a parallelogram, we know that the opposite sides are equal, isn't it? So AB is equal to CD. So from there I can write 2x plus 25 is equal to 3x plus 14. And if I will solve it, I will get the value of X, isn't it? So I can write AB equal to CD and you have to give reason. Opposite sides are equal. Okay, please write. I am not writing it in detail, but you have to write in detail in exam. Opposite sides are equal in parallelogram. This reason you have to give. So from here I can write 2x plus 25 is equal to 3x plus 14. And now transpose it. So I am transposing 14 from RHS to LHS and 2x from LHS to RHS. So 3x minus 2x. So from here you will get 11 equal to x. So the value of x is 11. Okay, so one answer I got. Now next I am going to find the value of y. So as it is a parallelogram, so opposite sides are parallel. So if I take CD is parallel to AB, isn't it? Then this CA will be the transversal. Then what will happen? These angles, alternate angles are equal. So from here I can write y plus 9 degree equal to 24 degree and answer is alternate interior angles are equal. Okay. And you can give some more reason like AB parallel to CD and AC is the transversal. Okay, you can give this much reason. and then now you have to solve it. So y value is equal to 24 degree minus 9 degree. And if you do 24 minus 9, you will get 15 degree. So this is the value of y. Now you have to find the value of z. So to find the value of z, if I take triangle ABC, and I can use angle sum property and find the value of z. But I don't have this angle value. Okay, let me write this as angle 1. So angle 1 value I have to find. So again I am going to use the parallel line concept. Now this time I am taking AD is parallel to BC and AC is transversal. Then this and this will be the alternate interior angle, isn't it? So from there I can write angle 1 equal to 3y plus 5 degree, and again you give reason. Alternate interior angles are equal. Okay, you can give this reason in detail. Now we already have the value of y, isn't it? That is 15. So 3 into 15 degree plus 5 degree. So 3 into 15 is 45. 45 plus 5 is 50 degree. Okay. So my angle 1 value I got as 50 degree. This is your 50 degree. Now in triangle ABC, I can use angle sum property. So 24 degree plus 50 degree plus z equal to 180 degree. And reason you have to give angle sum property. Okay. Then 24 plus 50, 74 degree plus z equal to 180 degree. So the value of z will be 180 degree minus 74 degree. So from here you will get the value of z as 106 degree. So hope it is clear to everyone. So whenever you solve these type of questions, you have to write the reason. If you will not write the reason, you may lose your marks. So you have to be very careful for these type of questions. Now I'm moving to the second part of this question. Second part is the following figure is a rectangle in which x is to y equal to 3 is to 7, and you have to find the value of x and y. So here it is given this figure is a rectangle. So when it is a rectangle, what are the properties? Just try to recall. In a rectangle, the opposite sides are equal, first thing. Second thing, all the angles are 90 degree, isn't it? So from here I can write this angle is 90, this is also 90, all the angles are 90, even this complete angle is also 90. And what you have to find? The value of x and y, and the ratio is given. So first of all I'm assuming let the ratio be p. So from here I can write x is equal to 3p and y equal to 7p, right? Next, I am going to use the angle sum property of a triangle. Okay, so I am going to name it A, B, C, D, E. If I take triangle ABE, in triangle ABE, x plus y plus 90 degree is equal to 180 degree. And your x is 3p plus 7p, and 90 degree I am transposing to RHS. So it will be 3p plus 7p is 10p equal to 90 degree. So from here you can see the value of p is 90 degree divided by 10, which is 9 degree. So the value of x will be 3 into 9, which is 27 degree, and the value of y will be 7 into 9, which is 63 degree. So this is the value of x and y. Okay, so hope it is clear to all. So in understanding quadrilateral, you should be thorough with all the properties of the quadrilateral. Okay, it will be good if you make a table of it, and you should know that in which quadrilateral the diagonals are equal, or in which quadrilateral all the sides are equal. Like that you make a chart. Okay, then it will become very easy, because when solving the question which is based on understanding quadrilateral, you have to use the property, and then only you can able to solve it. Okay, so now I'm moving to next question. So question number 30, evaluate using identities. First one is 8.9 square. So here if you see 8.9, it is near to 9, isn't it? So I can write 8.9 as 9 minus 0.1, isn't it? 9 minus 0.1 if you do, you will get 8.9 and then whole square because 8.9 is having a power of 2. Now very clearly you can see it is based on the identity a minus b whole square, which will give me a square minus 2ab plus b square. So you have to use that identity. So it will be 9 square minus 2 into 9 into 0.1 plus 0.1 whole square. Now 9 square is 81 minus 2 into 9 18 and 18 into 0.1 is 1.8 plus 0.1 whole square is 0.01. How it is? So 0.1 into 0.1. Ignore the decimal. So it will be 1 into 1. It will be 1. After decimal 1 digit, here also 1. So 1 plus 1, 2 digit. So place the decimal point in such a way, after that it should have 2 digits. So you have to put one 0 and then place the decimal point. Now add 81 and 0.01. So it will be 81.01 minus 1.8. So arrange in column 81.01, 1.80 and just subtract it. So 1, 2. So answer you will get as 79.21. So this is the answer. Now second one, 297 into 303. So if you see both 297 and 303 is near to 300. So how will I write 297 in terms of 300? So from 300 if I subtract 3, I will get 297. Here if I add 3, I will get 303. And very clearly you can see it is a minus b, a plus b. Isn't it? A minus b, a plus b, which will give me a square minus b square. So just I will write 300 whole square because your a is 300 and b is 3. So 3 3s are 9 and 0 square if you do, it will be 4 zeros. And you have to be very careful. Many times I have seen children just write 900. So it will become wrong. And when you subtract it, it is 9, not 4. And when you subtract it, you will get 89,991. Now the C part, 103 into 104. So here both the numbers are near to 100. So I can write 100 plus 3 and 100 plus 4. Right? Now this is based on your identity. If you assume this as x, this as a, this as x and this as b. So this is based in your identity x plus a into x plus b, which gives x square plus a plus b whole x plus ab. Now just put the value. So x square, x is 100 plus a plus b, a is 3, b is 4 times x, x is 100 plus 3 into 4. So 100 square, it will be 10,000 plus 3 plus 4, 700 plus 12. And if you add everything, you will get 10,712. So this is your question number 30. Now section D, question number 31. The double line graph given below gives the actual and expected sales of cars of a company for 6 months. Study the graph and answer the questions given below. So here in the graph, given for actual and expected sales of cars, and the data is given for first 6 months. Okay, and based on this graph there are few questions. So the first question is, for which month was the difference between actual and expected sales the maximum? Okay, now actual sales, if you can see here, it is given actual sales are represented using solid line and expected sales are represented using dotted line. So now you have to find the difference. So in the month of January, if you see, the expected sale is 100 and the actual sale you have to find it now. So here is 50, here is 100, and the gap between 100 and 50 here is 50, and your actual sale is exactly at the half of it. So half of 50 is 25. It means here it is 75. So actually it is like this. This is 75. If you can write here also, this is 25. There is a gap of 25, 25, 25 and so on. So this is 75. Now find the difference. This is 100 and this is 75. So in the month of January, the difference is 100 minus 75, which will give you 25. Now you have to find for Feb month. So for the Feb month, if you see here, this is 150. It is exactly in between that. So it is 125. So 125 and this is your 100. So in the Feb month, it is 125 minus 100. So 125 minus 100, if you will do, it will be 25. Then March month. March month, if you see, this is 75 and this is your 150. So find out the difference. 150 minus 75. So 150 minus 75, if you do, you will get 75. Next is April. Now for April, you can see the expected and actual sale both are same. So 125 minus 125, which will give you 0. And in the next month, May, this is 150 and this is 100. So 150 minus 100, it will be 50. So for May, it is 150 minus 100. This is 100. And for the month of June, if you see, this is 150 and this is your 100. It is also same. So for the month of June also, it is 150 minus 100, which will give you 50. So from here you can see where the difference is more. The difference is more over here. So here answer will be March month. Okay, so the difference is maximum in March. So like this you have to find it one by one. Okay, now I will solve the next part of the same question. Now the B question is, what was the total sale of cars in the months of January, February and March? Okay. So here you have to do actual sale. How much really they sold in the month of January, February and March. And actual sale is represented using solid line, isn't it? So in the month of January, if you see, the number of cars sold is here. This is 75. So number of cars sold is 75. In the month of February, it is 100. And in the month of March is again 75. Isn't it? So the total sale will be sum of the number of cars sold in the month of January, February and March. So it will be 75 plus 100 plus 75. So 75 plus 100 is 175 and 175 plus 75 will give you 250. So they have sold these many cars in the month of January, February and March. Now next is, what is the average sale of car in the last 3 months? Now first of all you try to recall how to find the average. Okay, average formula is sum of the quantities, isn't it, divided by number of quantities. Sum of the quantities divided by number of the quantities. So you should remember these formulas always. You can't say it is out of portion. You have already studied this in grade 5. So in the last 3 months, what are the sale? So again you have to see the actual sale. So here it is in the month of April. Last 3 months, April, May and June, you have to find. So April month, if you see, it is here, which is 125. So April month 125, then May month is 100 and June month is 150. So first find the sum of it. Okay, so sum will be 125 plus 100 plus 150. And if you are going to add it, you will get 375. So average is 375 divided by 3. And if you divide it, you will get 125. So this is the average sale of the car in the last 3 months. Now the next question is, find the ratio of the sale in the first 3 months to that in the last 3 months. So first 3 months, what was the sale? We have already found, right, in the B part. First 3 months, which is January, February and March, it was 250. And the last 3 months, the sale was, that also we have found in the C part, it is 375. So you have to find the ratio of it. So ratio will be equal to 250 divided by 375. Now you have to reduce it. Okay. So I can use 5 table. 5 times 50. And here 5 sevens are 35. And then now again 25 table. 25 times 2. 25 times 3. So I have got my ratio as 2:3. So this is your answer. Now I will move to next question. So question 32. First part, simplify the expressions and evaluate them as directed. And this is the expression given, and then you have to find the value of y equal to -2. So if question says simplify, please do not put the value of y equal to -2 directly here. You have to first simplify. Okay. So start simplifying it. So first what I am going to do, I will use the distributive property here and here, and I will multiply 3y with 2y, 3y with 7 here, then 3 with y and 3 with 4. So 3y into 2y will give me 6y square minus 21y. Then here minus 3y, and then minus and minus will become plus 12. Now group the like terms. So 6y square minus 21y minus 3y. This will give you minus 24y. And here minus 63 is also there, which I forgot to write. Now 12 minus 63 if you do, you will get minus 51. Now this is your simplified expression. You cannot further simplify it. Now here you have to put the value of y equal to -2. So you have to write for y equal to -2, it will be 6 into -2 whole square minus 24 into y is, which is -2 minus 51. Okay. So 6 into 4 and minus is plus 48 minus 51. So this will be 24 plus 48 minus 51. And 24 plus 48 will give you 72 minus 51. And the answer will be 21. Okay. So this is your answer. So like this you have to do when the question says simplify the expression and then evaluate. So now I will solve the next part of it. The question is area of a rectangle is x square plus 7x plus 12. If its breadth is x plus 3, find its length. Okay. Now these type of questions you have already done in mensuration chapter, isn't it? Here just the difference is here area is given in a expression and breadth is also is in a expression. Okay. So if you recall the formula, the area of a rectangle formula is length into breadth. Okay. And what you have to find? Length. So to find length, you have to transpose breadth to the other side. So it will become area divided by breadth. Now I'm going to use that concept over here. So length will be area, which is x square plus 7x plus 12 divided by x plus 3. Now factorize the numerator. So when you have to factorize, you have to find two numbers whose sum will give you 7 and product will be 12. Because it is not, you cannot factorize it using any standard identity. 12 is not a square of any number. So you have to use the middle term splitting method. So find two numbers whose product is 12 and sum is 7. So 3 and 4, if you take 3 into 4 is 12 and 3 plus 4 is 7. So you have to write it as x square plus 3x plus 4x plus 12 divided by x plus 3. Okay. And then you can further write it as x into x plus 3 plus 4 into x plus 3 divided by x plus 3. And then it will become x plus 3 into x plus 4 divided by x plus 3. And x plus 3 and x plus 3 will get cancelled. And from here, you will get the value of length as x plus 4. So this is your answer. Now next question. A man spends 65% of his salary and saves 525 rupees per month. Find his monthly salary. So if you see here, this percentage is given for money he spent, and but number is value is given for money he saved. So what you have to do in such situation where percentage is not for the money which he saved, first find the percentage of money which he saved. So percentage of money saved will be, see, his total income is 100%. From 100%, 65% he is spending. So it will be 100% minus 65%, which will give me 35%. Okay. Now we have to find the monthly salary. So let the salary be X. So let the salary be X. So if salary will be X, then how to find? 35% of X will give me 525. And then we have to solve this question. So it will be 35 by 100 into X equal to 525. Now transpose everything to other side. So it will be X equal to 525 into 100 divided by 35. And then if you reduce it, 35 times 15 is 525. So the value of X is 1500. So his monthly salary is 1500 rupees. Okay, it is rupees 1500. Now question number 33 B part. A motorcycle is bought at 1,60,000. Its value depreciates at the rate of 10% per annum. Find its value after 2 years. Now this question is based on your application of compound interest, isn't it? You have studied this in comparing quantities chapter. And here it is given the value depreciates. It means the value is decreasing. You only think if you buy any motorcycle and you are using it for a few years and then you are selling it, you will not get the original price, right? So the value of that motorcycle will decrease. That's why it says it depreciate. So the formula to find the value after 2 years will be value after 2 years. The formula is going to be P into 1 minus R by 100 whole n, where P is your present value, R is the rate, n is the time. Now you have to just put all the values. So present value is 1,60,000. 1 minus 10 by 100 whole square. Now 1010 cancel. Now take the LCM. So 1,60,000. LCM will be 10. So it is 10 minus 1 square. Now 10 minus 1 will give you 9 by 10, and as it is a square I am writing 2 times. 0 cancel. So it is 1600 into 81. So find out 1600 into 81. You will get, this is your answer. Okay, so the value will become 1,29,600. So this is the value after 2 years. Clear? Now moving to section E. So section E, first question, evaluate. Evaluate means you have to give the value. Evaluate means you have to give the value. So let's see this question. Now 16, I can write it as 2 to the power 4, isn't it? And 10 I can write as 2 into 5. So what I'm doing, all the numbers I'm trying to write as a product of the prime numbers. Then it will be easy to get the use the laws of exponent and you can solve it quickly. Now 64 you can write as 2 to the power 6 divided by 2 to the power 4 into, now 4 I can write as 2 square whole square. Okay, 2 square is 4 and here 4 square. So 2 square whole square. Now it will become 2 to the power 4 into, now this is, you have to use the law A into B whole m. So here it will become A to the power m into B to the power m. So, according to that law, you have to write it as 2 square into 5 square into 2 to the power 6 by 2 to the power 4 into 2 to the power 4. Now in the numerator you see the base 2 is here also, here also, here also, and it is multiplication. So you have to add the powers. So 2 to the power 4 plus 2 plus 6 into 5 square, and in the denominator also you can see base is same. So add the power. So 4 plus 4. So now, and please mention the law also, whatever you are using, that is important. So it is a to the power m into a to the power n equal to a to the power m plus n. Now after that it will be 2 to the power 4 plus 6 10, 10 plus 2 12 by into 5 square by 2 to the power 8. Now I am using division law because in numerator and denominator base is same 2. So you have to subtract the power 12 minus 8 into 5 square, and 12 minus 8 will give me 4 into 5 square. 2 fours are 16 and 5 square is 25. So 16 into 25 is 400. And please mention the law used over here also. It is a to the power m divided by a to the power n equal to a to the power m minus n. Okay, so wherever you are using the laws, please mention it. Now I'm moving to next question. It is 400. Now simplify x to the power m plus n multiply by x to the power n plus l into x to the power l plus m divided by x to the power m into x to the power n into x to the power l whole square. Now here if you can see, in the numerator base is same, so you have to add the powers, right? So this you are using the product law. So it will become x to the power m plus n plus l plus m. And in the denominator it is x to the power m into x to the power n into x to the power l whole square. It means this square is on x to the power m also, x to the power n and x to the power l also. So it will become x to the power 2m into x to the power 2n into x to the power 2l. Okay. Now next, in the numerator group the like terms. So m plus m will become 2m plus 2n plus 2l divided by, again in the denominator if you see base is same and it is multiplication. So again the power will get added. So 2m plus 2n plus 2l. And then you have to use the division law, as in the numerator and denominator base is same. So subtract the power. So 2m plus 2n plus 2l, okay, minus 2m plus 2n plus 2l. So what it will become? It will become x to the power 2m plus 2n plus 2l minus 2m minus 2n minus 2l. And you will see everything will get cancelled out. 2m and minus 2m, 2n and minus 2n, 2l and minus 2l. So it will become x to the power 0, which is equal to 1. So this is the answer. Now next question. Factorize p square minus 13p minus 30. So first you have to check, is there any standard identity which we can fit over here? So you will not able to do, isn't it? Here you can see both are minus sign. There is no standard identity where both is minus. So you have to use the middle term splitting method. So you have to find out two numbers whose sum will give you minus 13 and product will be minus 30. So you have to see, now product is negative. Product is negative means one of the number is going to be your negative number, isn't it? And sum is negative. Now when you add one negative and one positive number, when the sum will become negative? When the number having greater number which is having negative sign, then only it is possible. It means whatever two numbers you will choose, first thing one is negative, one is positive. Second, the greater number will have the negative sign. So if I take C2 table, 2 times 15 will give me 30. So 2 times 15, but here is minus 30. So 2 times minus 15. And if I add 2 and minus 15, I will get minus 13. So it means I have to split here it as p square minus 15p plus 2p minus 30. Now take p common. So p minus 15 plus, I am taking 2 common from the last two terms. So p minus 15. Now p minus 15 is common as it is present in both the term here and here. So I will left with p plus 2. So this is your factorization. Now moving to second part. Here it is y square plus 4y minus 21. So here also you have to use the middle term splitting method. So find two numbers whose sum is 4 and product is minus 21. Now product is negative means one of the number is negative, right? But sum is positive. It means the greater number will have the positive sign. So I know that 3 times 3 table 21 comes. 3 times 7, isn't it? So from here I can write 7 times 3 is 21, but here is minus. So 7 times minus 3. And if I add this to 7 and minus 3, my answer will be plus 4. So I have to split it as y square plus 7y minus 3y minus 21. Now take y common, so it will be y plus 7 minus 3y plus 7. So it will become y plus 7 common and then y minus 3. So this is the factorization. I have taken y plus 7 common because it is present here. Then I am left with y minus 3. Now, if you want to study the detailed factorization, I have already uploaded my video, okay, for the factorization chapter. You can please refer if you still have any doubt in this. Okay. Now I'm moving to next question. Next is find the value of A using identity. If 8A equal to 35 square minus 27 square. So to solve this question, you have to use the identity. Now you see where you can use the identity. So here if you see the RHS part, it is in the form of A square minus B square. And A square minus B square, the identity is A plus B into A minus B, right? A plus B into A minus B. So now I'm going to write it as 8A equal to 35 plus 27 and then 35 minus 27. So 8A is equal to 35 plus 27 will give me 62 and 35 minus 27 will give me 8. So the value of A will be, I am transposing 8 to the other side. So it will be 62 into 8 divided by 8. So 8 and 8 cancel and the value of A will be 62. So this is the solution of the equation. Now next is question number 36, first part. If x and y vary directly to each other, then find the value of p and q. So first understand the meaning of when they vary directly, means they are in direct proportion. And in direct proportion, what happen? The ratio will be constant. X by y ratio for all the values will be same, constant. They will be equal. And you have to find the value of p and q. So from here I can write 4 by 24 will be equal to 7 by p, isn't it? If you consider this as x1, x2, x3, y3, x4, and here as y1, y2, y3, y4, then what will happen? x1 by y1 equal to x2 by y2 equal to x3 by y3 equal to x4 by y4, isn't it? Because they are in direct proportion. So I have taken x1 by y1 equal to x2 by y2 and I am solving it. Now cross multiply. So it will be 4 into p equal to 7 into 24. Now to find the value of p, transpose 4 to the other side. So it will be 7 into 24 divided by 4. And 4 times 6 is 24. So 7 6 are 42. So the value of p is 42. Now you have to find the value of q also, isn't it? So now I am taking x3 by y3 equal to x4 by y4. You can take x1 by y1 equal to x4 by y4 also. Okay, no problem. Then it is 10 by 60 equal to q by 96. Now cross multiply. So 60q equal to 10 into 96. So q will be transpose 60 to other side. 10 into 96 by 60. Now 0 and 0 cancel and it will become 13. 6 times 1 is 6. No, it is not 13. So if you divide 96 by divided by 6, it will be 6 times 1 is 6. Now remainder will be 3, 16. So the remainder is, so the answer is 16. The value of q will be 16 over here. Okay. So the p value I got as 42 and q value is 16. So this is your answer for p and q. A fort had a provision for 300 men for 90 days. After 20 days, 50 men left the fort. How long would the food last at the same rate? So initially the food was sufficient for 300 men for 90 days. Now after 20 days also the same food will be available for 300 men, isn't it? You don't need any extra. But after 20 days what happened? 50 men left the fort. Now number of men is less. Then how long would the food last at the same rate? So when the number of people will become less, then what will happen? The food will last for more days or for less days. So obviously in a house also, if you see, if number of men will be more, the food requirement will also be more, right? And food will last also for less days. If you suppose in a month, if you have purchased some groceries, if some people will more guests will come in your home, then what will happen? The food which you have purchased for 1 month, that will become less, isn't it? As number of men will increase, the food will not go for one whole month. It will over soon, isn't it? So from here you can see that it is in inverse proportion, isn't it? As the number of men is decreasing, then now the food will last for more number of days. So first I'm going to make a table for this. So X I have assumed as number of men and Y I have assumed as number of days. So here it is given. First is 300 men. The food will last for 90 days. Now what happens after 20 days? So after 20 days also if I will do, it means 90 minus 20, now it is 70 days. For 70 days also the food will be sufficient for 300 men. What happened after 20 days? 50 men left the fort. So now number of men will become 300 minus 50, which is 250. And you have to find how long would the food last. So I assume this variable as y2. Okay. Now as number of men are less, so the food will last for more days, isn't it? So it is in inverse proportion. So you have to write as x decreases, y increases. So it is in inverse proportion. And I am assuming this is my x1, x2, this is y1 and this is y2. And when it is inverse proportion, what happens? The product of x and y is constant. So x1, y1 will be equal to x2, y2. So from here if you solve it, 300 into 70 is equal to 250 into y2. And to find the value of y2, transpose 250 to other side. So it will become 300 into 70 divided by 250. Now 0 and 0 cancel. 5 5s are 25. 5 6 are 30. And 5 table 70 also comes. So you have to reduce it. So 5 times 1 is 5. And then so 14 times 5 is 70. Now 6 into 14. 6 into 14 will give you 6 4s are 24. 84 days. So the food will last for 84 days. Okay. So this is the solution for B part. Now this is the last section of the question paper. This is having a case study question. So question number 36. Monu's father is 26 years younger than Monu's grandfather. So whatever is the age of Monu's grandfather, he is 26 years younger. And Monu's father is 29 years older than Monu. Okay. The sum of the ages of all the three is 135 years. Here all the three means Monu, Monu's father and Monu's grandfather. Sum of all the three-person age is 135 years. Now take the present age of Monu be X and then there are sub questions. Okay. So first I'm going to write the age of Monu, Monu's father and Monu's grandfather in terms of X. So first it is already given Monu's age, you have to take it as X. So I am taking the age of Monu here is X. Then what is the Monu's father's age? So from here if you see Monu's father is 29 years older than Monu. So older means he's more. So I have to add 29 here, isn't it? And next it is given Monu's father is 26 years younger than Monu's grandfather. So from here, if Monu's father is 26 years younger than Monu's grandfather, it means Monu's grandfather is 26 years older than whatever his father's age. So it will be X plus 29. This is Monu's father's age. Grandfather will be 26 years older than him. So it will be plus 26, which will give you x plus 55 years. Okay. Now, the first question is what will be the age of Monu's father and Monu's grandfather in terms of x? So that I have already found, isn't it? Father's age will be x plus 29 years and grandfather's age will be x plus 55 years, right? This I have already calculated above. Now second question is write the equation for the given question. Now for this question you have to form a equation. So equation you will form from here. Sum of the ages is 135. So age of Monu, which is x, plus age of Monu's father, which is x plus 29, plus age of grandfather, which is x plus 55. This is given as 135 years. So from here, if you group the like terms, you will get x plus x will become 3x. So 3x plus 84 equal to 135. This is your equation. Okay. Now next is find the age of each of them. Now to find the age of each person, we have a variable x, isn't it? So we have to find the value of x. Now how to find the value of x? From this equation. So from that equation, which is 3x plus 84 equal to 135. So 3x will be 135 minus 84. Transpose 84 to other side. So it will give you 3x equal to 51. So from here you can see the value of x will be 51 divided by 3. And if you divide 51 by 3, you will get 17. So now you have the value of x. So Monu age will be 17 years. Okay. Monu's father will be x plus 29 means 17 plus 29, which will give you 46 years. And Monu's grandfather age will be x plus 55, which is 17 plus 55, and 17 plus 55 will give you 72 years. And if you add all the 3 years, 17 plus 46 plus 72, you are going to get 135 years altogether. Okay, so this is the first case study question. Now I will solve the second case study question. Question number 38. This is the last question. A cylindrical bowl of internal diameter 18 cm and height 15 cm is full of liquid. So I have taken this cylindrical bowl which is full of liquid and the diameter is given as 18 and height is given as 15. The whole of the liquid is to be filled in small cylindrical bottles of diameter 3 cm and height 4 cm. Now these liquid you have to fill it in these cylindrical bottles. Each bottle is sold for 5 rupees. Find the amount earned. So just for showing you such that it will become more clear, I have given these figures, isn't it? But it's not like only these many bottles it can fill. It can fill many more bottles that we have to find. We don't know how many bottles it will fill. Now based on this, there are few questions. So first question is find the volume of the cylindrical bowl. So cylindrical bowl, if you have to find the volume, as it is a cylinder, you have to use the volume of cylinder formula. So volume of cylinder formula is pi r square h, isn't it? So you have to see whether radius is given or not. So diameter is given as 18. So radius will become half of 18, isn't it? 18 by 2, which will give you 9 centimeter, and height is given as 15 centimeter. So you have to just put all the values. So pi I am taking as 3.14. Radius is 9. So 9 square. So 9 into 9 into 15. So this will give you the volume. So you have to just multiply everything. So 3.14 into 9 into 9 is 81 into 15. And if you multiply everything, you will get 3815.1 centimeter cube. So this is the volume of the cylindrical bowl. Now the second question is find the number of cylindrical bottles to be filled. Now as this is full of liquid, this bowl. Now from this bowl, whatever liquid is there, you have to pour it in these small bottles. So you have to find these liquid will fill how many similar cylindrical bottles. Okay. So to find the number of the cylindrical bottles, you have to, what you are doing, you are distributing the liquid in these small bottles having the same volume, isn't it? So to find number of bottles, you have to divide the volume of the cylindrical bowl with the volume of the cylindrical bottles. Volume of the cylindrical bowl divided by volume of the bottle. Okay. So now both are cylinder. So formula will be same, pi r square h. So I'm going to keep pi as it is. And radius square will be 9 square for cylindrical bowl and height is given as 15 divided by, now volume of the bottle I have to find. So volume of the bottle, if you will find here, it will be pi r square h again. Now your radius is 3 here. So sorry, diameter is 3. So radius will be 3 by 2, isn't it? 3 by 2 whole square and height is given as 4. Now you have to solve this. So this pi and pi will get cancelled here. 9 square is 81 into 15 and the denominator is 3 by 2 whole square means 9 by 4. Now 4 will come to numerator part into 4. So 4 and 4 will get cancelled. 9 times 9 is 81 and 9 into 15 if you do, you will get the answer as 135. So it will fill 135 similar bottles. Now the last question is find the amount earned. So amount earned, one bottle cost is 5 rupees, isn't it? So one bottle cost is 5 rupees. So the cost of 135 bottles will be 5 into 135 rupees, isn't it? 5 into 135. So you will get the amount as 675 rupees. So that's all for today's class. Now I have solved all the questions in detail, and if you feel that my videos are really very helpful, please subscribe to my channel and share with your friends also. So thank you. If you have any doubt in understanding any of the question, you can write to me in the comment box. That's all for today's class. Thank you.